from Football Obsession, and this is welcome to another episode of Obsession Reacts. I'm reacting to the fact that City have just signed Jack Grealish. Last night we got the here we go, and today, at literally 20 minutes ago from this point now, so it was 29 minutes past 2 that Fabrizio Romano tweeted it. He tweeted, Jack Grealish has signed his Manchester City contract until June 2026. He's going to be announced as new Manchester City player for £100 million from Aston Villa. Paperwork signed yesterday evening between the two clubs. Pep Guardiola has already spoken directly with Jack. Here we go, confirmed. Now, there's a lot of layers to this. So, obviously, I'm going to speak about reacting to the actual signing. But I'm also going to speak about what I think it means for the future of football. So, I've got stats here from an Instagram page called Official Football Community, which posted the percentage of minutes Manchester City players played last season. Sterling, 74%. Bernardo Silva, 60%. Kevin De Bruyne, 58%. Mahrez, 57%. Foden, 47%. Torres, 38%. This was Grealish's reaction to being subbed on with 2 minutes to go against Newcastle whilst 2-0 up. And there's a video of him moaning basically. So I'm not too scared with this signing. He's obviously an unbelievable player. I don't personally think he's worth 100 mil. I think he's worth about 80 million, maybe 70. But obviously, what a signing for City. But I don't think he'll play every game. My point throughout this whole transfer saga, well, not even saga, throughout this whole thing since Sunday where it came out, to City fans has been, your best ever academy product since Micah Richards came through in 2010, 2011 or something like that is Phil Foden. He only played 47% of games last season. Yeah. Best ever academy product. Touted as one of the world's best young talents. World's best young talents playing 47% of games. Yeah. I'm just let that sink into your head. It would be like playing Rashford for 47% of games, which is stupid, or playing Mbappe for 47% of games. They've got too many players, in my opinion, to the point where Grealish won't start every game, and if he does start every game, they're going to ruin one of the players, whether it's their best ever academy product in Phil Foden, or whether it's Sterling, Silva, Mahrez, or even Ferran Torres from accelerating his career and proper pushing on to step up to that next level. But it's very difficult to gauge what's going to happen because I was watching the Stretford Paddock podcast with Jay Motti and Ronaldo Brown, and they were saying Chelsea signed Ballack and Shevchenko, which were the Foden, Grealish and Kane of the time, and it didn't work. United, we signed Varane and it didn't work. We had Ruud van Nistelrooy and we only won the title once in 5 years, and he was one of the best, if not the best striker in the world at the time. So obviously it might not work. It might upset the apple cart or whatever the actual phrase is. It might upset it, but it's obviously a risk that they want to take, and I'd love him at United if it wasn't for Hawkeye/goal line technology not working when Sheffield United actually scored that goal against Aston Villa, and Aston Villa would have got relegated with that. We would have got Grealish for 40 million last summer instead of Van de Beek, and yes, I am a little bit bitter about that, because if you're not bitter, and if you can't be bitter about your rival signing a great player, then what can you be? Because rivals can say, oh yeah, you're salty, yeah. I expect rivals to be salty when we sign Sancho and Varane. That's what I expect. That is what should happen. This is what this sport is, rivalry. And this is what they tried to rip apart from it a few months ago. But the future of football is in dangerous hands, in my opinion, with especially these City owners who they're using the club as a little plaything, but they're doing it properly. But they were only spending about 60 million on players. They were spending 60 million on Mahrez, 60 million on Diaz, this, that, and the other. But when these start to spend £100 million on players, and then go to maybe even 150, 100, bit my tongue, 180, 200 on Kane, if they get Kane too, then what are they going to do in the future? Are they going to just buy everyone so no one else can compete, which would basically be what happens if the Super League happened anyway? And I know, like, there's always that competitive element where it can ruin it on a one game element where they can lose. But I'm just saying it could be ruining the sort of competitive element. The City owners have been enjoying them winning the league, but with still that competitive element. They've not ran away with it every year. Yes, they've won like 5 titles in 10 years, which is obviously an unbelievable achievement for them. And I'm obviously annoyed about that and salty about that. Like I said, if you're not salty about your rivals doing something well, then what can you be in this sport? Because this is what this is. But if these owners are going to ruin that competitive element now, then what? Because our club is currently still being ruined by horrible businessmen in the Glazers. Chelsea have got Abramovich who are about to sign Lukaku, which I will make a video reacting to that too. Obviously, I know if you look at it, we've spent about 100 million this summer, but we've not, because we're spending 13 million on Sancho this summer. It's a £74 million fee spread over a few years. With Varane, we spent 34 million this summer, and then it's like a 7 million in add-ons thing. We're not spending that much, because of the Glazers, obviously. But obviously, you can ask me if I would be in that situation where I could spend that much. I would, but I wouldn't want to ruin a competitive element of the sport. I would always. It's boring if you're just gonna ruin the competitive element. I want to win the league, but win the league because we deserved it. Not because we bought everyone that's good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a very difficult thing to sort of explain and gauge. Obviously, you'll have your own opinions on it, and I'd like to hear them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to share this with football Twitter, especially. Get this, shared around. Share it with your friends, your family, etc. Get them to subscribe. Leave a like. And this has been Kean from Football Obsession, and I'm out.